a local anesthetic drug that is widely gaining popularity, and that is Articaine. So it was specifically designed for dentistry in 1976, and initially it was designed as a 4% formulation with 1:1 like epinephrine. And this 4% Articaine was found to be more efficient or more potent compared to your 2% lidocaine for various dental procedures. It was found to be nearly 3 times more effective compared to your 2% lidocaine in infiltration injections for various dental procedures in adults and in kids above 4 years of age. In the same systematic review, it was found to be around 1.5 times more effective compared to your lidocaine for inferior alveolar nerve blocks. So overall, considering blocks and infiltrations, it was found to be around 2.17 times more effective compared to 2% lidocaine. So there was this study done on 100 kids. 50 of them received buccal infiltration with 4% Articaine for extraction of their primary molars, whereas 50 of them received buccal infiltration with 2% lidocaine. Articaine group did not require separate infiltration of palatal or lingual tissues, whereas lignocaine group, all of them required a separate injection. So this is a major advantage where you do not have to separately anesthetize the lingual or palatal tissues with Articaine, and this reduces the number of injections, number of penetrations. The quantity of anesthetic drug also reduces because 4% Articaine is more concentrated compared to your 2% lidocaine. Another huge advantage of Articaine is in irreversible pulpitis cases where the success rate of Articaine is 73% compared to just 12% with lidocaine. So many of us have heard about permanent paresthesia caused by Articaine, but according to studies, the reported incidence of permanent paresthesia caused by Articaine was found to be just 1 in 4.8 million. According to Malamed, there is no strong evidence to suggest that Articaine is more neurotoxic compared to any other local anesthetic drug. The half-life of Articaine is very short. That means it is eliminated or removed from the body very fast. Along with the fact that 90% of Articaine is metabolized in blood and not in liver, that makes it potentially advantageous for patients who have liver dysfunction, geriatric patients, pediatric patients, or nursing or pregnant women. So despite the considerable amount of encouraging research being done in the past 2 decades in this field, whether or not to use Articaine for inferior alveolar nerve blocks remains the matter of choice. So personally, as an endodontist, where do I use 4% Articaine in my practice? First would be buccal infiltrations for maxillomandible for adults or kids above 4 years of age. Second would be intrapulpal anesthesia, and third would be intraligamentary anesthesia, that is in my intralig gun. So talking about inferior alveolar nerve blocks, I personally do not use Articaine for blocks because there still is some evidence to prove that it may lead to permanent paresthesia, and I definitely do not want to take any chance or risk with my patients. 2% lidocaine works well, and in cases where it does not work, for example where there is severe inflammation, irreversible pulpitis case where I have given 2% lidocaine nerve block, but it is not effective, so I usually supplement it with 4% Articaine buccal infiltration. And sometimes I may also have to give intraligamentary anesthesia along with intrapulpal anesthesia with lignocaine or Articaine. Both work well. So there is usually a combination of techniques and materials that we have to use in our practice to manage all different types of cases. But for blocks, yes, it is just 2% lidocaine, and for infiltrations I use 4% Articaine. That is my choice. Hope that helps you in your practice. Have a good day.